T1 strong. Here's how you can dunk right now without increasing your vertical. So let me break it down and also give you a handful of pointers on you being able to dunk at 5'6". Watching your content, really good stuff. If you guys want to learn how to dunk and see the progression of T1 Strong's transformation to be able to dunk at 5'6", watch his stuff, go to his YouTube channel, all that great stuff. So let's break down his jumping, right? Like, so if you look at his form here, so this is a problem with a lot of people when they try to dunk. So let's go back to that. We'll go to this next one, or the first one here. So we'll break this down into a slow motion here, and I'm going to do page edit it. So let's get it to a small session right there. So I can even go backwards just a hair, and let's go back again. So first of all, right here, this is a problem a lot of people have when they try to dunk, and they don't have a super high vertical to get completely over the rim. So first of all, look at the ball here. So he's about ready to hit the ball here, and then he's going to try to force it up. So it's all it is going to go upward and hit the backboard and just go flying right off. What he needs to do is get that ball up here from a lob standpoint, so it's coming down. And let me see if I can just erase this. Yeah, so the ball on his lob should be here, and all he has to do is force it downward, right? So you watch him slow motion, watch his hand push it this way versus down. If you watch him dunk a tennis ball or a golf ball or one of the small things that he dunks, you notice is he forces it down. A lot of people, when they can't palm a basketball or don't have a huge vertical, the position of the ball matters more because they got to get it to slam down. If they're really strong, they can force it down over the rim to basically force the ball in the rim to bend downward so the ball goes in and gets dunked. What he's doing is he can't get his hand on the ball, and he's getting it too far down here, and he's just sending it up here. So just watch it again, and you can see how it goes here. So you can see how it's constantly going and it's just sending back up here. Even on that lob, the way where he's catching it, and if you watch this whole video, he goes all the way in here, and he breaks down. So on this lob here, let's go to this lob where you can see it. So you can see it go slow. And so again, see how he hits that ball? Let's just back it up. Let's slow it down even more here. So it's going to be a real slow approach, but just bear with me, right? He's got to, get some grip on his shoes, wipe his shoes. And so then he's coming for his approach here. So as he approaches, you can come down, you can break down. He's got this little hop he does prior to that. His arm swings could definitely be more efficient when he goes down. He comes down, he doesn't generate, as much force as he should with his penultimate step. It's not bad there. His arm swing's not bad. But then when he gets it, you notice, look where he's getting the ball. It's here. And so then it's going to be really hard to force it downward. So, right? So he's there. If that ball's in that cylinder coming down, all he has to do is get it and force it straight down, because he's getting high enough to be able to dunk it. But you see how he's just pushing it. He's just pushing it at that angle there. And so it's hitting here and then bouncing off, right? So he's getting here, and he does it properly, like I said, when he comes an approach. If you watch more of his videos on his jump training and his strength, one thing he can do immediately to jump higher is to sacrifice some of his upper body weight. So obviously he lifts and all that stuff. So even his lower body weight, if he can sacrifice 5 or 10 pounds and get leaner, he'll be able to instantly jump higher and probably dunk right away. So monitor or adjust his workouts, his diet to get leaner, to drop, 10 pounds, be really shredded, but you're going to be able to jump a whole lot higher the lighter you are, with obviously the same amount of muscle mass, or not muscle mass, the strength. And then, there's a lot of other videos he has. So like if you see here, go back to normal speed. So I think he grabs a wheel, right? He finds a wheel laying on the ground here. So if you watch now, he comes up and see how he just is able to fingertip it and go straight down with it. So if he gets a little higher, he can do that with just a basketball. It's not that much difficult. One thing I'd recommend him doing is practicing on lower hoops. Get him the technique of dunking to be down and really efficient, so he knows how to get that ball and slam it down. He can probably go on a 9.5 foot hoop and dunk fairly easily. He can at least start doing that. He's got to learn how to dunk. If you want to dunk, you start progression. 7 foot, 7.5 foot hoops, 8 foot hoops, 8.5 foot hoops. Get it where you dunk consistently on all those levels. That's one of the most effective training you can do. Dunk on all that. It's a law of specificity. It's simple when it comes to anything that you want to perform. So start dunking on all those levels. So like I said, if he wants to instantly jump higher, all he does is sacrifice some weight and get a little leaner, and he probably can drop about 10 pounds, right? Adjust the diet, clean that stuff up, adjust your workouts. If you're, want a big chest, all that stuff, not ideal for dunking, right? When I was a sophomore in high school, I dunked, and then I predominantly played football, and I put on 30 pounds over the summer of, not necessarily all muscle, but a lot of size for football. Not always the best, and obviously it hindered my ability to jump as high as I was when I was 155 pounds versus 190 pounds. So lifting heavy weights and lifting a ton and being consistent and eating a ton for football was a huge detriment to me when it came to dunking. But again, I ended up playing football more than I did basketball, so arguably it was a smarter move. But from a dunking and explosive standpoint, it definitely hurt me on that level. And I was dunking at 5'9". Not that this is a contest or anything, but you can be extremely explosive. But again, the fastest way to do that is monitor your weight and see if you can get leaner, and then obviously get stronger and more explosive. He has other videos on his channel, and it shows his weight training routine, his squats, right? Like he's squatting, I can't remember his exact weights he's squatting. He can get more efficient with his arm movement. See how they go really wide out? So when he jumps, if you notice, his arms go way out instead of staying much more vertical and efficiently. Obviously he's putting in tons of work. He's close to dunking. He could probably dunk right now, but right, like 7 sets, 160 pounds, 4 reps. His mechanics on his cleans aren't that great. Racking it is tough for him. So learning some better technique will help him be way more explosive. All that, because he's not, he's doing all right on the drive phase of the cleans down here, but then up here, getting that more efficient to be able to get it and get under the bar faster, because it is more an explosive list, will definitely help. 320 pound squats for 5 reps, not bad. Obviously, he's not going as low, so it's going to hurt him from a standpoint of mobility on that. It's good there. Some things that he can do to obviously increase his weight are, just get better form. Again, he's bending way more upright. Let me clean this up on his clean. So he's bending his back more than he probably should bend in here. I don't see him doing tons of weighted explosive stuff. It's good on sprints. I don't see him doing tons of sled. I don't see him doing, really explosive movement in here. Obviously, he's doing it with plyos, all that. That's good. And I don't know, if he listens to somebody about putting together a program, or he just does it all on his own. He's learning, all that stuff and sharing his journey, which is really cool. Sometimes he has to, like, again, with the range of motion, it looks like he can increase his range of motion. He can probably learn to drive at a faster rate to move, because again, it's more about being more explosive. He doesn't want to be more slow and controlled like a bodybuilder. He doesn't want to put on, right? You want to put on strength more than you want to put on size. So again, you want to err on the 1 to 6 reps and below, time under tension, a little faster, all that great stuff. So hopefully this helps. Super inspirational. Check out T1 Strong's channel. I commend him. I'd like to see him dunk quickly, sooner than later, because it will inspire a whole lot more people. If he wants to chat more, happy to help with the program. If you guys like this video, please comment and let me know what else you'd like to see if you can help your vertical, or if you have any questions from a strength and conditioning standpoint. I've worked with tons of professional athletes, Olympic athletes, and all that great stuff over the years, and have probably too much knowledge when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to jumping, explosiveness, and training, professional athletes, and all that great stuff. But again, super inspirational content. Hopefully he implements some of these things right away, and I'd love to hear his feedback if it worked, and obviously just see him dunk. Wish you guys all the best, and hopefully this was helpful. All right, take care. Best.